Everybody hear me okay?
Yes.
All right,
Yes.
cool.
Yes. Did you feed the hamster running your internet game?
I don't think he did, or the volume died again.
All right, you clowns. Here we go. Hang on.
You're not speaking about me.
I love how Desi's just jumped in here. She's the best. She just jumps right in now. I love it. All right, hold on. Here we go.
Recording in progress.
All righty. My favorite day of the week, Friday, November 19th of 2021. This is the one and only TRC telemarketing training call. Got a bunch of people in here early and ready to rock and roll. Let me turn my phone off so this stops beeping. And let us go into the calls in order that I received them, and we'll zip through a bunch of them. Wendell, you sent Angeli's calls. I know he's not here, but Angeli hopefully is. Angeli, you here with me? Angeli. All right, I'm going to listen to it anyway. Got to be on time for these calls, gang. Let's see which one we have here. Do I have dates? I'm just going to listen to the first one. Let's see what happens. I think.
Hello. Hello.
Hi, too.
Hello.
Hi, I'm calling for you.
No, you got the wrong number. Sorry.
Okay.
Oh, well,
Yeah. Okay. Still bad info. That drives me batty. So let's see. 11/18/2021. Let's try again. All right, I'm going to move on. I think I've got a problem with these guys. So, Angeli, if you're listening, or Josh, you guys have got to get me some stuff that's more organized than this. Ziarelli, you're up. Here we go.
Can you please? Hello?
Hello?
Hi, this is Yareli from Online Realty Group. I'm calling you because I saw your beautiful home online and noticed that you didn't sell, so I would like to send you some information that will help you sell it next time. May I do that?
Real nice.
Can you hear me?
You saw the home. You want to help me sell my next home?
Yes. I will send you some information that will help you to sell the house. It's a 7-step seller plan.
Are you a agent or something? Who is this?
Yes, I work with an agent. Yeah, we are.
You work with an agent. What does that mean?
I am his assistant. Sorry. So this information is for you. It's totally free.
Who's your agent?
My agent is JK.
I think I already talked to him. Thanks for this, but I already talked to your agent. So.
All right, Ziarelli, you there? Jay, Ziarelli, come on, guys. Okay, next. Come on, guys. You got to be on time for these calls if you're going to send me stuff too. Here we go. Bruce, you're up. Let's try this. This is two strikes already. 3 strikes, Brandy, and I'm going drinking early.
What is the next? Yeah, I was trying to reach out to you. This is Rocco.
This is me.
Okay, well, my name is Bruce, and I'm calling from Stillwell. I'm calling you because I saw your beautiful home online and noticed that it didn't sell. So I'd like to send you a packet of information that will help you sell it the next time. May I do that for you?
The house is ready.
I'm not sure what they're doing. Yes. Oh, yeah, house is rented. What changed your mind about selling? Yes. We decided to rent it. And how long is the lease for? 6 more months, 10 more months. I'm not sure. They want to extend it. Yes. Okay. 10 months. You may want to extend it. If selling the house is still something you might be interested in, Mr. Stillwell, he'll be happy to, partner with you in the long term. So
Stop. Tell me what's going on here.
Well, I was maybe thrown off the beat, so I was just trying to improvise to try to keep the caller engaged.
You're dead. You got to learn to put your finger on the script. Yeah, I mean, you have to have this thing, because this is way off in the poppy fields with Dorothy right now, right? Like this took a hard right turn over the guardrails into the woods, right? What are you accomplishing here? And it was the same thing with Ziarelli's call, by the way, right? It's what are you all doing? I mean, we spend agonizing time writing stuff out, including a whole list of objections. And if I know who you work for, I got to believe that this guy has almost stapled it to everybody's forehead, right? So there's a whole list of objections. You do a good job, but again, you get lost. And Mr. Stillwell would like to partner with you in the long term. I don't even know what that means, right? You follow me? So I don't know what's going on here, Bruce. Last week it was really good, and this week it's a huge snapback to just making it up as you go along. And how am I going to help you? I don't even know what to say to this one, because it's so far outside of what we do that I don't know what to do, right? So tell me what's going on in your mind here. What threw you off so much so that you just completely abandoned what's written down for you?
I don't know. I really don't know.
Okay, then let's move on. Next one. You gave me a couple here, right?
Yeah. This one I'm hoping is like a little chuckle out of it. I was literally caught up in an Abbott and Costello type of routine. You'll
Okay,
understand
let me listen. Yeah.
can we do who or say who? Who? Okay, I was trying to get a hold of Yuki Sue or a Sue Hen Who. Are either of these people at this number? Who are you? Okay, well, I'm Bruce with Stillwell. And are you either of these people? Who? Who? Okay. You're Sue Hen Who?
Bruce, just go to what's on the page again. I'm gonna stop right there again. You're fighting this. Just say the reason I was calling. Who cares? At this point in time, we're falling off the cliff. When we fall off the cliff, to both you and Ziarelli, just say it again. Say it again. The reason I'm calling is because I saw this beautiful property online, and you can state the address. And the reason I was calling for Z Hugh or whoever it is because I wanted to send him some information that will help him sell it the next time. And just let it sit. But until we're leaving these people so confused, this is the disaster that telemarketing is when it doesn't have structure. It's a disaster. And then people say, it didn't work for me. What didn't work for you? Muscling your way through, trying to figure out, am I talking? Just presume it is when it starts to fall down. Just state the offer when it starts to fall down. Lee, you with me? Okay, nobody's paying attention today. Next, Sativa, you're up. I know, but I got to move on. Next, I'm getting frustrated, gang. You got to be sharp. This has got to be sharp, right? Everybody.
Do it. Hi, Daniel. This is Sativa from Compass. I'm calling you for your single home online and then to just sell. So I'd like to send you some information that'll help you sell it next time. May I do that?
It did sell. We were not able to find a replacement home.
Oh, okay. Do you need help finding a replacement home?
Good.
We might put the house up for. Actually,
we had a number of realtors that were helping us with that. And we looked around quite a bit. But anyway, we're thinking about putting the house back up on the market, maybe this coming February.
Okay.
We're not sure. We've got kids in the Bay Area and a father-in-law that's 90 up in Lake County. We need to stay in the area.
Okay.
So we're not exactly sure what we're going to do. You can call us in after Christmas, and we'll see. Let you know what we're going to do at that point.
Okay, perfect. I'll call you a couple days after Christmas and follow up with you.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you.
All right, go back and read this now. I mean, hindsight's 2020. Tell me what you hear this time around. What do you hear?
I hear I should have been more aggressive again. I should have pushed him.
What's that mean?
I should have said I'm mailing a package, or I can have Eli come by and.
Good.
And,
yeah.
Yes.
Not. See. Well, stop there. See, aggression is not what I want.
Yes, I worded that incorrectly.
It's okay. Come again. We're training your brain, and you're not far off here. You're not far off. But this is an experiential thing that in slow motion, there's nothing wrong with what you did. You picked up on. I like that you picked up on. Oh, did you need help? But now experientially, because I didn't even pick this up until he continued to talk. What happened here? What happened here with this guy? What did he try to do? And what happened?
He tried to blow me off.
No. That's about you. What happened in his life with this house sale? What happened?
Oh.
Hold on. Oh. No talking except her. Nobody. When I'm coaching, do not collide in. Go.
He didn't want to sell at the time.
Okay, we're going to go back and listen to again. Only Sativa, this is her call. Everybody else, shut up. Right? Here we go. I know you're enthusiastic. I get it. I get you know what happened.
Hey, she's also my telemarketer.
I know she is. I know you, Mama Bear. I know. No, she's good. And this is an experiential moment, right? I mean, we're going to listen to this again. Yes, this is how you gain experience. This is why it's good to keep doing the job, because now you're going to learn experientially circumstances. Okay, Sativa, I'm setting you up for success in this coachable moment. He has circumstances that occurred, and in the beginning, it's not so clear. Okay, because the way he says this throws us all off a little bit. It's like a good punch right to the jaw. And it's what happens to Sorelli today. It's what happened to Bruce. The first punch that we get hit with, if we don't have our solid feet with our system underneath us, off we go, right? And it's the same common theme in all three of these. And it's experience. That's all you all three need. Experience. That's all you need. Because what you'll realize is when you get punched in the face and you get discombobulated, don't start flailing or run away. That's what's happening here. So from a fighter's metaphor, all three of you got punched in the face with something that you didn't necessarily expect. Of the three, you took the punch the best because you countered with, do you need help with the buy side? That's what you picked up on. But I want you to listen to this, because it turns out that something is different from what he said. I'll just give you that hint. I want you to get it, okay? Because you're trying to solve it with what you did wrong. You didn't do anything wrong. You just don't have the experience to hear this and then like what you didn't do versus didn't do wrong. It's like all three of you didn't really articulate the value of the package, and I cannot emphasize that enough. I will stand on my head and do backflips and yell and scream on this call. You must get the information product in the mail to everybody who's prospectable. That is your number one job, not to book an appointment. Your number one job is when they are prospectable to get our information package to them. It is the benevolent Trojan horse that the leader wants through the gates. Because when it opens up with all its good information, it puts us in a competitive position where not many people will ever even dream of being. Got it?
Yes, sir.
So now listen to that, because that gets you off the hook of worrying. What didn't you do? I want you to pick up on more by listening to him. What happened to him is my only question here. Okay, here we go.
Hello.
Hi, Daniel. This is Sativa from Compass. I'm calling because I saw your beautiful home online and noticed it didn't sell. So I'd like to send you some information that'll help you sell it.
Beautiful.
May I do that?
Beautiful.
It did sell. We
It did?
were not able to find a replacement home.
Oh, okay. Do you need help finding a replacement home?
We might put the house up for. Actually, we had a number of realtors that were helping us with that, and we looked around quite a bit. But anyway, we're thinking about putting the house back up on the market.
What happened?
He didn't sell his house.
Yes.
He
Right?
didn't sell it. Yes.
He did not sell his house.
He did not sell his house, and that's why he didn't sell it. So I
Bang.
can tell.
Bang. But it's not obvious in the beginning.
Correct.
Because of the way he says it. He punches you with an unexpected. All three of you got punched with an unexpected, which is why coaching against the training matters. And why over time, why do we ask you sit still for 24 months when we ask you to join us? That's experience kicking in. And little bit by little bit each week, you're being able to hear what's actually in front of us. We're so darn up in our heads, Sativa, we can't hear or see what's in front of us anymore. Can't do it. So if we could just relax and just see what's in front of us, whether somebody's stumbling over it, like the last call with Bruce, sound like who's on first, right? Who's on first? I mean, that's who's going on. Who? Whoa! I just want to send out a package of information to you, okay? Not who, to you. Here's the property. Do you own it? Okay, great. Is this the spelling of it? Right? Grab the bull by the horns. If there's a prospectable moment, meaning this is a person who has not sold the house, has not relisted, is not overly committed to an agent, then what's to their benefit? What's the greatest benefit you can bestow upon them? What is it?
Package.
You got it. Why?
Because they have everything in front of them.
What is it? What's in there?
They have comps from the area. They have a 7-step seller plan. They have the properties that have sold in the area.
Beautiful. Everything that they need to understand, to the ability that they can understand. It's all the information. Curated means we went out and got it, organized it, packaged it, sent it. It's what to do plus some information about what happened. Now, how to do it is when you invite me in and I give you my insights about the information when I see what you own, when I hear what's going on with you, right?
Right.
Okay, so that's the whole idea that's going on here, and he didn't sell it. What would you do differently now that you hear it clearly?
I would have insisted that he needs to see this package. Because I felt like he was trying to, I'm rephrasing this, blow me off at first. So I kind of stepped back a little. And so I wanted him to talk just like he did, to tell me the truth.
Yep.
You know, I wanted to know if he's really the owner, if it has sold or not sold, and I need to get a package in his hand. So
yeah. And you did a good job early on.
That's why I sent you the calls, because
Yeah.
I should have finished the call with a package being sent.
Yeah, good. So now send it anyway, call anyway in a week.
Okay. And that's why I sent it. It was just one that
Yeah.
I know.
And I'm gonna spend,
type of thing.
Sativa, I'm gonna spend Eli's money for him here. This is a good package to go out the door, because this guy's gonna do something again, even though he had some people helping him. It sounds like maybe everybody fell off. Okay, so go for it. You can't get hurt there, right? Okay, next one. Here we go. Sorry, my thing is dinging.
Yes.
Hi, John. This is Sativa from Compass. I'm calling you because I saw your beautiful home online and noticed that it didn't sell. So I'd like to send you some information to help you sell it next time. May I do that?
Good.
Listen, I've already worked with 2 of your agents at Key Compass, and they've left a lot to be desired. What makes you think you could sell today?
Oh, good.
Kind of could, but could.
Oh, good.
Okay. Well, I could mail you a list of properties with pictures and details.
No. Okay. Good. Another experiential thing here. Okay. This is like a dream. It's almost like it's one of us calling in to test you, right?
Mhm.
I mean, this is delicious. I'm chomping on this like a wolf because this is the kind of objection that's reasonable but aggressive. And it's another one, punch, which is very normal for what's happening with telemarketers. You're getting punched on the open, right? So let's go back to the package because I'm going to stop this call right here for a second. Let's go back to the package. Why can Eli do what other people at Compass can't do?
Eli can give you some insight on your property.
All right, Desi, you're now responsible as her mentor. You answer it.
He's able to come in and give the insight on how to make your homes
Okay.
sell faster.
Now it's up to me.
Oh.
Now it's up to now it's up to me. See, now it's my problem. This is what I want in this coaching program. It's my problem. Everybody get a pen, a paper, or anything you can type with. Digital anything. Ready? Here it comes. Because he has a plan.
Duh.
Because he has a plan. Because I have a plan. And I can't speak for the other agents from East, wherever, okay? I don't know what their plan is, but I know what mine is. And I want to give you a free copy of it. Bang, bang, bang. This is MMA training today. I didn't plan on being this aggressive today, but you got me all fired up. You got to fight in there, but you got to be ready with quick counter punches because I have a plan. That's why. And I'd like to send it to you for free. That's why. And it will behoove you to take a look at it so you can compare it against what the other agents at Compass did versus anybody. Without any of us. This is information. I'm going to give you his plan for free. It's what to do. Now, of course, if you want to know how he would do it versus everybody else, it's his plan. He has to customize it. Write that word down. So when you go into the insight, he has to customize it. So obviously you have to let him in. Powerful words, precision, strong words are everything. Because I have a plan and I could customize it for you, but you got to let me in the door. But I'm still going to send it to you for free so you can start by seeing the difference. I back up what I say from the minute I talk to you. Strong. All this wimpy, like apologetic sound. And you can say it in your own tone. I'm coaching aggressively. That's not how I say it to people, unless somebody's a wise guy on the other end. Yeah, well, what makes you, well, here, hold on. I will tell you the answer to that because I have a plan and I'm going to send it to you. I don't care if we ever do business. I'm going to prove to you that you think I'm like everybody else. Here's my plan. Did you get it? Did I tell you it was that? Now go look at what sold when you didn't. You're overpriced. You see them? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all better than yours. Like I could talk to somebody like that tomorrow morning at the extreme level, and I have. I've dealt with plenty of high Ds that wanted to put me down, and they got in the cage with the wrong wolf, right? Because I have a plan. Not because I'm just flailing away. Not because I'm making it up. Because I have a plan. Not everybody will accept that plan. Not everybody will get that plan. I need a certain intellectual and emotional quotient out of an avatar or ideal seller to understand this is an intellectual approach, that it's a planned approach. Intellectual means plan. Emotional out of control means, yeah, we just made up some stuff. Well, I'm going to do this and I'm going to, it's a list of tactics. And our company is, right? And now you get a problem here. You're affiliated with Compass, and he's already had an experience with Compass agents, and there's no general Compass plan. Everybody makes it up differently. It happened to me at Realty Executives. Happens to people at KW, wherever. So all you can speak for is your plan. Got it, ladies? That's on me. But now it's on you, okay? So I didn't make that clear enough because I have a plan. Everybody should say that in this group, right? Especially under my watch. That's on me to get that message down. Des, you good?
Yep, you got it.
Okay.
I wrote
Sativa?
it down.
Sativa?
I got it.
Yeah. So easy, right? So powerful. But I'm being aggressive so I get through the noise in both of your heads and it stays there. Bring it right up here because he has a plan. Because we have a plan. We want to send you the plan. Well, why would he come out? Because he wants to customize his advice. It's generic, right? Cool?
Yep.
Okay. Lee, I can't tell who this, Doug. Yeah? I got some calls from Doug.
Write that or did Doug?
It's from you, buddy. Doug call.
That's Doug then.
Okay. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's take the first couple, see what happens.
Hello?
Yes, hello. Is Gurpreet there, please?
This is me.
Yeah, hi. This is Doug Wiseman. I'm with the Stillwell Group Remax, and the reason I was calling is because I saw your home online and noticed that it didn't sell, and so I wanted to send you something to help you sell it next time. May I do that?
I'm not really interested at this moment to relist it.
Okay. What are your plans for that?
I'm going to wait for a few months and check back in at that time.
Okay. Well, let me ask you this. We do have some information for you for your situation.
Okay. You're close. You're close, but it's the same advice that's going on here today. Well, listen, we have a packet of information while you're mulling it over the next 2 months. I'd like to send you this and use the word information, not send you something. I'd like to send you some information. It's an information product, really. Technically, Doug, it's an information product. That's what it is. So use that because I think it would make this piece easier for you. And just again, same advice. You just heard me go through it. Well, look it. Sounds good. But let me pop this in the mail to you because it'll be helpful. It's a copy of Lee's 7-step plan that he customizes for his clients, plus 5 or 6 properties that sold around you and a latest market update. It'll get you prepped over the next couple of months. May I send that? Done. Right? Just real succinct. So you're closer. Your intro is way better. You're not making things up. You're following the script. Don't worry about, I hear you writing stuff down or making a note. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. Just try to get the outcome, which is this guy prospectable? Meaning, is he somebody that's worthy of getting this package, which will begin the real prospecting formula that we want, right? Let's go to your next one.
Hello, this is gentleman.
Yes, is Stephen there, please? I'm Doug Wiseman calling.
He's not home yet. Can I take your message?
Let's see.
Okay. What just tell me what goes on there, because I noticed it like the last one, but it was smaller. These strange pregnant pauses. What happens to you?
No, yeah, there. I knew right away that there was going to be a language barrier, and so what I should have done was just start it over, stay at the best I can, and just leave it at that.
Okay, it's a weird presumption. I'm going to listen to her, and I'm going to see if I can't understand her.
Okay.
Hello, this is gentleman.
Yes, is Stephen there, please? I'm Doug Wiseman calling.
He's not home yet. Can I?
Oops, it stops, but she's pretty articulate.
Well, yeah, there I can understand her.
Okay, but that's where you make that sort of pause. I think it's the same advice for you across the board. You have to continue you're doing better reading the script now. That's good. You're not making up a lot of your own words. You drop the word information, which I think is powerful in the information age per se, right? That's what we learned here. And then the words customizing happens through him giving the insight. So insight is the value ladder, but how we do that is customize the plan. That's a bridge for all of you to learn today. Same thing. You got punched right in the face again by the fact that you didn't get Stephen on the phone, right? So you could make a presumption. I'd like to see some of you make a presumption that if there's too much of a name game or a fight there, I think the idea is to try to plow through it and say, are you also an owner of such and such Main Street, right? Do you happen to be a co-owner of this property? I would start to try to, all of you, I'm noticing you're running into that stumbling block too much. just make an assumption that the person you're talking to is possibly a co-owner, a close relative, or something, and let them clarify it for you rather than this hunt. Okay, let me take another one from you.
Hello?
Yes, hi, it's Robert here. Doug Wiseman calling.
Speaking.
Yeah, hey, Robert. Again, I'm Doug Wiseman. I'm with the Stillwell Group Remax. The reason I was calling is I saw your beautiful home online, and I noticed that it didn't sell. So I'd like to send you some information so you can sell it next time. May I do that?
Good, brother.
Really what I'm looking for is a buyer. So if you have a buyer,
Okay.
you can send it?
Yeah, we have different buyers that we work with. We have some information on that. Let me just double check here. It says RPW Mail, MAIL @gmail.com.
Okay, I got to stop. I can't coach against this stuff, Lee. It's looking for emails and stuff like that. I don't know. It's not the formula. So I'll stop the coaching up to that point. It's a very common objection. And I think, Doug, Lee has a very clear list of objections, which includes this one. I think the best suggestion is you can role play. Maybe, you role play with other members of the telemarketing staff on the objections, because it's going all over the place. And I'd rather just say, okay, the training's not there yet, so go look at the objection list. Lee, do they all have the objection list?
Yeah, everyone should have it.
Okay, so you can.
Yeah, Danny.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I was saying, I just sent this actually right before the call, but the last couple of days, I typed out our script. It's on two pages. I'm having it laminated tomorrow, and I do know that when it's like, top to bottom, as opposed to the smaller print that I have laminated side by side, it'll be impossible to get off the rails. And Lee did coach me. We listened to this call, and he said, "Look, Doug, I could do this a lot faster if you're right on the script. It would have taken less seconds to do that." So we did go over that. So fortunately, I did have the
Well, I think
coaching on that.
Yeah, on that call, but I'm saying in general, all of you should look at the list of objections. They're very commonly, we actually call them commonly stated objections, right? There's so many of them that I'm waiting, my plans changed, do you have a buyer, all of that. So the guy's like a little snarky, I have a buyer. Well, I don't know if we have a buyer yet. We haven't even taken a look at the property. You know what I mean? You have to get experienced in counterpunching, because all of you are being faced with that. Anybody new here is going to jump on the phone on the first day. They might have objections. So it's good to look at not just what you're reading, but also where could it go? I think that's where maybe role play could help inside your own teams, right?
Okay, and again, like I said, I do have the benefit of Lee's expert, coaching on this and consultation. If you want to, can play the rest of it, so you can put in yours. I mean, I'm all for that.
No, I'll pass. Okay. I have something very clear. I don't need to cloud this. Couple of things. Stay with the word information package. You're doing a better job on the first thing. The second thing has to do with educating you on all of the objections. Just to reiterate
that, Doug, we talked about that. I've told you and everyone else on the team that you guys have you gotta learn the objection handlers, and you gotta take a moment, and like Danny was talking about using that word interesting, that your plans change, so you can get yourself back on track.
Yeah, I mean, we know already what you're going to struggle with, all of you. We already know. I mean, we've been doing this for so long, listening to so many of these calls. Simple words like interesting, they're the things that you need to buy that little bit of time and be general, so that you can logically segue to the next thing. But the way that life really works, and why we coach, not just train. Training's like this role play thing. Forever I was around, role play. Yeah, great. Role play until you're blue in the face. There's nothing like go time. When you're in the real go time, this is go time. Yeah, I want a buyer. And then we start stumbling. Hang on. Then we start stumbling and fumbling with all this stuff, because we don't coach against real moments. This is a real moment. These are all real moments, and people are throwing you off the rails. Okay. So Okay, I got to keep moving. Carla, you're up. Carla, you're up.
Yes, I'm here. Yes, I'm here. Speak with Jessica.
Hi, this is Jessica.
Hi, Jessica. This is Carla with Remax Champions. I was calling you because I saw your beautiful home online, and I noticed that it didn't sell. So I'd like to send you out some information that will help you sell it next time. May I do that?
Well, yeah, that's fine. But we are going to wait till the spring. It looks like it now to be possibly selling.
Okay. Now let me just confirm your address. Make sure I have the correct one. 6618 Orley Court in Fontana. Correct?
Yes.
Okay. And are there any other decision makers who should receive this information along with you?
Well, my husband, but we live together, so just one would be fine, please.
Okay, wonderful. And by the way, it does look like a beautiful property. Why are you trying to sell it?
Well, we have family in North Carolina, so we're just going to want to be closer to them.
Okay, that sounds like a good reason to want to sell. And on a scale of 1 to 10, when it does come closer, obviously, to spring, how motivated are you on trying to sell it?
Good, real good.
Probably a 7 or 8.
Okay, all right. Well, that sounds good. Let me, like I said, I'm going to get this information out to you, and I'll follow up within a week, just so that you have it. And basically what I'm sending you is our 7-step seller plan, along with photos and details of homes that recently sold in your area. So I think it'll be very informative to have it, hold on to.
For sure.
Okay. Sounds wonderful. I'll follow up a week from today, or actually, I'm sorry, a week from today will be Thanksgiving. So I will follow up with you the day after Thanksgiving to make sure that you received it.
Oh, that sounds lovely. Thank you so very much, Carla.
Yeah, amazing when you follow stuff, I mean, it's a little off in a couple places, but I mean, I let the whole thing play because you're just becoming such a pro that even when you're a little bit off, you're inside the guardrails. So you bump up against them a little bit. You kind of, I'm laughing, you kind of steamroll right over. Oh, think about the spring. Oh, let me confirm your address. I like it. It's a little quirky that you didn't listen and she's so nice. But what you realize is, well, the spring is when? When's the spring? When is it?
It's around the corner.
You got it. You got it. You got it. You got it. Hey, I'm going to wait till the beginning of the year. Yeah, well, then you need this now. This gets you prepped. You don't just wake up and do this, and especially if you failed before, right? So,
get it out.
The only thing is the 7 to 8, you maybe could have gone a little bit more. Like, why so low? Remember, anything less than 9, and you beautifully framed it. I know until we get a little bit closer to the spring, you recognize what she said. So even though you steamrolled at the beginning to get the package out, you went back and recognized it. I like that. That's a good professional adjustment, which you are. You're a pro telemarketer now, okay? On this context, you always were. Yeah, no, this is good. This is real good. And everybody should be listening to how you did that even though it wasn't reading it verbatim, you got there. But the one thing you tripped over, like Lee just said to Doug, that word interesting is a good segue, right? And so is, oh, really? How come so low in the spring? She says, you have a real reason. You use some of my language versus interesting, which works because it was a good reason. So I like what you said. You personalized it, right? So, but when she said 7 to 8, oh, really? Why so low? Right? Because you have this really going on. This is a tennis match now. And she's appreciative. And this is that law of reciprocity, ideal avatar. She's becoming an ideal avatar because she's playing tennis with you. I like it a lot. Next time, when you get it to her, okay, and you do call her, hey, just want to make sure you got it. And it was a little bit interesting. Why did you explain? It worked, but why did you explain what you were sending?
I guess I felt I just wanted to make it a little bit stronger to know that this isn't just a call out of random. I'm really sending you some really good stuff just so that she'd know. Okay,
well, then if you're going to do that, be thorough. I'm going to send you a copy of our 7-step plan. And more importantly, and more interestingly, possibly to you, I'm going to send you 5 or 6 of the properties that sold in your price range while you were on the market the first time. Be clear in it. Be clear in it. So do the whole thing, because you're right. You got the piece that they want. They're curious, and they don't even know they want it. They're curious about what's sold, the pictures and details, insider access. I mean, there's no doubt that's the sexier part of what it is, that anybody would be interested and appreciative that you went out of the way to do it. But to begin to frame, why us? That's been a big theme here today. Why you? Several people from Compass, several people from Remax, they couldn't do it. So what the heck do you think you're going to do? Well, I'm going to give you my plan. That's what I'm going to give you. I'm going to show you precisely how I would take you through. I don't care who you're talking to. This is how I would do it, and how would you suggest you would do it with or without me. That's powerful, right? So don't forget that piece. So, but the layer is what they want is per se the real estate pornography, the pictures and details of what really sold, right? But what they need is our plan. So at least let's start with our what to do plan for free. That's what that is. Now, if it makes sense after the holidays to send one of these guys over, they would be customizing their advice. The plan is general as to what any seller should do, but when they can see your house, know your circumstance, look at all the things that could or could not be done to help you get this done, they're going to customize their advice. All the way from pricing. Now you just go around the pinwheel. They'll give you pricing advice. They'll show you how to improve that through conditioning and staging. They'll tell you how to properly market the property. They'll tell you what to do once people come in and what you do with their feedback. You just walk the pinwheel in your mind. Everything with a system is a solid footing, right?
Yeah.
Very good as usual, though, my dear. That's higher level advice for you. Very good. Very good. Bravo. Right? Yeah, experience, and it don't watch for your snapbacks and watch for your subtleties, right? Sometimes you start to get good at something, you drop things. Like Doug dropped the word information on one, in the next one, it was better because he said it. And you could even hear it had a better effect. It landed better, right? In this case, finish the articulation of what's in the package, right?
Right.
All right, we have from Desi, Brandy's calls. You're welcome. Here we go, Brandy.
Hello.
Hi, Joseph.
Okay. Where you calling from, dear?
I'm calling from Compass. My name is Brandy. I saw your beautiful home online and noticed it didn't sell. So I'd like to send you some information that will help you sell it next time. May I do that?
I'm not going to sell it until, let's see, a year and a half from now.
Okay, and are you currently with an agent? Do you have a contract?
Nope. Good up until then. You also, my dear, need to get with Desi, Sativa, and the three of you. Play around with the objections, okay? I'll stop it right there. It's just not what we say. Next.
Hello.
Hi, Henry.
Who's this?
This is Brandy. I'm calling from Compass. The reason for the call is I saw your beautiful home online and noticed it didn't sell. I'd like to send you some information that will help you sell it next time. May I do that?
No, thanks.
Did your plans already change for the home?
Hung up on you? Yeah. Okay, fine. Next. He's not an avatar, but that delivery was good. And again, just be careful. In the beginning, here's how subtle this can be. Brandy?
Yes.
Okay, there you go. Because I put a question mark after your name, right?
Right, and people answer.
You got it, right? Just be
It's
patient.
like psychological. If I
It's a
say
trigger.
if I'm like Danny,
Correct. It's
you're
a trigger.
gonna say yes.
Yes.
Like
correct.
okay.
It's a trigger. It's also the law of authority. So what you just did was really good. You inflected down, and it was strong, right? So that's why you got a response. Okay. Here we go. Next. Maxie, you with me?
Hi, I'm here.
Okay, darling. Here we go.
Hello.
Hi, Harvest. Hello.
This is Harvest.
Hello?
Hi, is this Harvest? Can you hear me?
Yes.
This is Maxie with Wise Barth and Associates. You came in through one of our websites, SeattleHomeBuyersGuide.com. I wanted to check if you're receiving the right properties. Is that okay?
I have a realtor.
Okay, got it. Enjoy.
Okay, thank you.
Sure.
Good. Yeah, Maxie, that's doing the job, right? I mean, that's culling the herd. It's wonderfully articulated up to that point, and you've done the job. I mean, you have to get rid of people that are not prospectable, right? We don't sit there and fight. Are you considering somebody else for what? For what? You're going to try to pull somebody out of the jaws of another real estate agent? Why? It's dirty. It's a waste of your time. When there are plenty of people that we could go to. So bravo. Good job. Next.
One more time.
Sure. This is Maxie with Wise Barth and Associates. You came in through one of our property search websites. I just wanted to make sure you're receiving the right properties. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Great. I see here that you put in Everett as your area of choice, minimum of 3 beds. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm looking at.
Okay. And ideally, what is your maximum price point?
Probably 450.
All right. Let me go ahead and get that set up. So the listings would be coming to you from our site, SeattleHomeBuyersGuide.com. I'll also include pictures of homes that recently sold so that you could check what people are buying in this price point.
Oh, thank you.
Sure. And I'll just follow up with you next week just to make sure you're receiving these alerts. Is that okay?
Perfect.
Great.
Thank you.
Sure. And by the way, while I have you on the line, why were you thinking about moving or buying a home?
I actually started a different job. I'm finally in a position financially where I can afford to buy a nicer house. So.
Lovely.
Awesome.
And on a scale of 1 to 10, how motivated are you to buying?
Good.
Probably an 8.
Good.
Oh, an 8. Okay, what's that last bit that's missing to make you a 10?
Nice.
Just location and areas I'm looking at. I haven't quite decided on a location where I want to move quite yet.
Good.
So that's just the only thing right now.
Okay, so can it be in Everett or any other areas north side?
Everett, I'm looking at probably looking at more Puyallup area.
Okay, let me go ahead and have that added. And if that property comes in the market, is that something that you're looking at jumping in right away, or really would you still need to wait a few more months to get ready?
I'd do it right away.
Okay,
beautiful.
Lovely. And Lucas, are you renting right now, or do you already own a home?
I rent.
Rent, okay. And do you have a realtor to help you when the time comes?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you committed to working with that agent, or are you still open to interviewing other realtors?
Probably pretty committed. It's my girlfriend's dad, so.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I'm glad.
All right, bravo. It's that's a tough part of these buyer leads. You're so far down, the line, but it's just so well done. I mean, there's zero doubt that you have done the right thing here and done everything that I could ask you to do or Duran could ask you to do. It just happens to be that this is, you ran into 2 people where there's a dead end, right?
Yeah.
But boy, are you methodically articulating it. And, I hope everybody listens to your call closely there. When you stay inside the boundaries of what's been written for you, it's amazing. Like he was getting ready to rush you off the phone, but you just stuck with it. You hung in there. You continued on pleasantly. And you came to a very clear conclusion that we don't need a bloated database filled with these guys. To me, he's a delete contact, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Period. For a good reason. So great job. All right, Sarah Corey. I have Jada. Jada, Sarah, you're the last one of the day, ladies.
Hello?
Hello, am I speaking with Christopher?
This is he.
Hello, Christopher. My name is Jad. I'm calling from Metro City Property Group. I'm with Remax. I'm calling because you recently registered on our home search site in Ottawa. It's called greaterottawahomes.com. I wanted to make sure that we were sending you the right properties and helping you filter through if you were still in the market for purchasing a property in Ottawa.
Yes, right now, me and my wife, we're just like starting the process to look for a home.
Okay.
So yeah, we're just looking for something, in like, like the 350 to 500 range, something, for the backyard so my son can run around, pretty much. So right now,
Okay.
We just started the look around process.
Perfect. Now, what does your time frame look like? Is there a move-in date that you and your family require?
No. Right now, like I said, we just started the process to look for a home. We really don't have a deadline just yet. Me and my wife are discussing like possible deadlines, in fact. But right now, we're just like, let's say we're seeing what the market looks like, and then we're going to see what our banks say we can afford, and then we'll go from there.
Okay, perfect. So this 350 to 500, that's a guesstimate before you do, in fact, get that true number from the banks. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, wonderful. That's a great starting point, Christopher. Have you and your wife discussed any particular neighborhoods that you would prefer to purchase in?
Not really. Like we like the Orleans area. We like the Greeley area. We like babe. What areas do we look for home again? Like Cumberland. Let's see. Wait, hang on. I'm trying to just walk over to my wife because right now she is in the living room.
No stress at all.
She's like the CFO of the family, so
I said the same thing.
No
I like
problem.
this guy.
All the bosses need to be involved in this process.
Exactly. Blackbird Hamlet, Gloucester, Beacon Hill, Orleans, and Greeley.
Okay, perfect. So we're definitely interested in the East End, is what I'm understanding.
Absolutely. Yeah,
perfect.
We have family, just stay closer.
Okay, perfect. And are there any particular criterias apart from getting that backyard for your son?
All right, I'm going to grab this a little bit more. A lot of it's good, but it's getting, here we go again with this. It's really long. And I think you could close this out a little bit faster. While this was going on, Jada, are you with me or Sarah? Either one of you?
I am absolutely
here
good.
with you. So good, thank you.
So where it goes from there is I'm setting, because he's a little bit longer term, I'm not setting him up with an agent to discuss his likes and dislikes. I'm getting him organized to set him up on a home search site. And at the end of the phone call, I say to him, listen, while you and your wife are discussing these plans, I'm going to send you out this package to, start getting you ready for that market when you are ready to proceed. So I sent out the package, the buyer's package. He's very grateful, very thankful. And I've checked up on him since then. He and his wife are loving the search and loving seeing
it's a good, Jada, it's a good call. It's just got too much fat. It's got too much fat around it because you can get there quicker. That's all. Because they're long.
How would you say I get there quicker if I'm just trying to filter through the market with him and show him properties
you ready?
he wants to see?
You tell me when you're ready. Ready?
Sorry?
Are you ready for me? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Jada, this is Danny Griffin from Griffin Realty Group. I'm calling you because I wanted to thank you for using our website to look for properties online. I just want to make sure that we're sending you the right type of properties that you want to see. So I see that we're sending you right now things in Orleans from 350 to 500K. Is that correct? Yes, that's right. Do you want me to add any criteria? Yeah, well, hey, babe, well, this and this and this and this. Beautiful. Hey, by the way, you're looking at some beautiful properties. Why are you thinking about buying a house? Let them answer. Want some room for my kid. Okay, super. On a scale of 1 to 10, how motivated are you to do it? That's how. I mean, the criteria is going on and on and on and on and on. And I think that's good, but he's so general right now. He's pre-qualified. He's got a real reason. You got the package out at the end of the day. So there's how. Because you do it well, but you start asking criteria, and then it goes into something else, and then you actually come back to refining the criteria. So that's how. You stay in the order of things and finish it right there. Do you want me to add any criteria? Hey, babe, what else? This one, this one, this one, this one. Okay, good, done. Done, right?
Right.
Because it's not that hard for you, I think, right? When you're taking this criteria, what does it actually physically look like when you're sitting there doing it? What does it look like? Are you in front of MLS looking at his search? What's it look like to be Jada making this outside call? What's in front of you? Do you have MLS?
Oh, I've got paper and pen, and I'm writing notes, and I've got my script in front of me, questions, and the questions I want answered.
Okay. All right. So over where, like when you're writing all this criteria down, is it just general notes? Or is there a form? Are you filling out a form?
No, not a form. I've got my script beside me with my questions. I've got my 6 points to the buyer plan kind of thing, working my way through that, and then I'm writing down what he's telling me.
Okay. Can you send me what you have? I mean, not for this moment. I'd like to see what that looks like. You can take a picture of it the next time you do it. I'd like to see it. Because really what it is that we don't, the brain doesn't really want to follow a form, but yet the form is what makes everything so easy. Formulas, forms, they make everything so easy to get the answers that we want, that if you don't have a form to write in the questions you're asking, because really, let's think about this. You need areas, right? So you need price, you need bedrooms, baths, right? What else do you need? Do you really need to set up a search for this guy? Jada?
Right. Yeah, I'm listening.
No, I'm asking you a question. What do you really need? I put area, price, beds, baths. What else do you need?
I want to know if they want garage space. It's winter here, so it's,
Okay, garage. Next.
Some people want finished basements. Some people don't want basements.
Okay. Now, you're starting to go finite, okay? I'll bite on garage. I don't know if I'll bite on finished basement unless he were to say it, only because he's early. And there's really nothing here yet, you think, for an appointment other than this. But I don't know that up to this point in the call, because the scale of 1 to 10 question doesn't get asked. And what that does is when we ask that, say, okay, so I'm going to go back to the script that I pulled up in front of me so that I get it right. I see that we're sending you properties in Orleans from 350 to 500. Is that correct? Do you want me to add any criteria? Okay. I'm also seeing that there's 3 bedrooms, 3 baths, and he starts to fill this in. But these are the main criteria that anybody would want. Okay. So do you want to, I assume you want a garage, pretty cold here. Yeah. That matters. Good. Okay, super. So what we'll do, let's just get these areas. Let's get this price range, bedrooms, baths, garage. That would be, as far as I'm concerned, if you were working with me, that's enough. That's enough. I think when you go beyond that, and again, I get it, you're getting licensed, and I think you think like an agent versus a telemarketer. See, the agent probably is getting very close to selling them something or going to see something. So I would agree, if a finished basement is critical to somebody at that point in time, it's critical, and you got to include it, right? But not at a telemarketing stage. At a telemarketing stage, it's going longer. This is a really good prospect. And if you concluded by saying, wonderful, I'm going to get that set up, I'll call you next week to make sure all the new criteria is showing up in your email. By the way, what I'd like to do also, send you out a packet of information that will get you really set up to get the best deal at the best price. What's your best mailing address? Boom, done. Because then that just takes the solds, 5 or 6 of them in these areas, whatever you determine, 350, and it's a gift, and the buyer plan goes out, and now all of a sudden you are positioning the company or whomever's going to go meet this guy, you're positioning this by far and away the most profitable, right? And by the way, I just want to make a note. What lender are you getting pre-approved with? Did you need a second opinion? Because we can get ours involved. So he gave you a little extra, but it's just editing how you do what you do. There's nothing wrong with what you did. I get it that it comes to a good conclusion. There's no critique on that this isn't a good call. It's how. It just can be edited down and cleaner. And we don't need to go into all that minute detail until he's really ready to see properties, or when he follows up, yeah, I got it, but you know what? I don't see any finished basements. I don't see any yards. Okay, let me add that. Okay?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, I'd just like to see the form though. And if there's not a form, I'd like to see you build a form, just so it makes your life easy. Because when you're trying to remember the questions that you want, or they haven't really been edited, we tend to be all around the place. But I'm reading you, let's see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 4A, 4B, right? That's it. So just like, listen how fast. Jada, this is Danny Griffin calling from Griffin Realty Group. I'm calling you because I want to thank you for using the griffin.co to look for properties online. And I want to make sure we're sending you the right types of properties that you wanted to see. So what I'm looking at is Orleans from 350 to 500. Is that right? Because I would have some criteria in front of me. Would you?
Yes, I don't have it. Yes, you're right. Yeah.
Well, when you make the call, I'm asking, would you have it in front of you?
Yes, I do. It's in my script, so I just have some points to make from my script, but
So,
I just basically go off of big notes. So yes, you're absolutely right. The form would be more comfortable.
well, no, but what I'm asking is the lead. When the lead comes to you, you're calling this guy. Where are you calling from? I mean, is it coming into Boomtown, Sync, this thing, that thing? Where's it coming from?
It's coming from Sync. That one came from Sync.
Okay, so are you in Sync making these calls?
Well, I will be, but this guy in particular didn't show me the properties he was looking at. For this instance, it had showed that he did register on our home search site, but it didn't show me the properties he was actually doing.
Okay, so then that makes a difference in how you do what you do.
Exactly.
Right? I see that you were in there looking at properties, and I just want to make sure that we put in the right criteria. Right? So it's a slight adjustment, but not dramatic. What areas, now you have your form, what areas, what price range, bedrooms, baths, garage, and then maybe anything else in particular. It's got to have a minimum acreage of X. Okay, let me put that in. So the form is stupid simple, right?
Right.
Now you finish that up, and what you've done is you've finished the service moment. This is what I'm trying to tell you. You have to pull these things, apart. You want to finish the service moment. Wonderful. Let me set that up. I'll call you next week to make sure everything's coming in correctly. Now you've booked the call, right? You own the follow-up call. I just did this for you. I tightened this up. I'm going to let it run for a week. I'm going to call you next week to make sure it's working. Great? Great. Firm call with a very particular reason for the call in a week to make sure the criteria is coming in. By the way, great segue. While I have you, why are we thinking about buying a house? Let them answer. Now in your notes, you have a very clear why. If I drop in on you or anybody drops in, why this person? Why are you calling this person a prospect? Because he played the game about the service. He has a real why. When I asked him on a scale of 1 to 10, how motivated was he? He said he'd be a 9 to 10 in a couple of months, 3 months, 6 months. So I put it together, and I also ordered the package to be mailed to him so that we can change the relationship. And I have a week call, up next week. And then I'll go a little bit further to find out when I should be booking him to go see some of his favorites, right?
Exactly.
Because that's the next thing. So it's just tightening up. That's all there is to it. You're just so naturally a wonderful connector. That's what you are. Your strength, Jada, is you connect quickly, right? But when you're a connector or a high I personality, it tends to be all about connection. And it doesn't come with structure. How do I know? I plead guilty long before you, my dear, right? People were surrendering to do business with me because I wouldn't stop talking before I had systems. So beware that some of us stretch the conversation needlessly. And we could be far more effective across far many more names if we'll just cut to the chase with people. And when you listen to these Friday calls, the ones that are more succinct are actually more effective. Today's example was Carla. It was just boom, 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 done, right? Now, not everybody plays the game like that. I understand that. But it was just that you went back and forth on a couple of the right pieces out of order. That's all.
No, I respect and appreciate that that knowledge. Absolutely. Thank you, Danny.
Yep, you're welcome. Good job, though. I would buy from you, by the way. I'm being hard on you. No, I would. I just, you're the nicest. Your voice, you should be on the radio or something, right? Every time I've ever listened to you, the pleasant tone in your voice is a 10. But because that's your natural strength, the stuff that sounds like I'm being a pain in your ass, I am. I want you to become a professional with that tone, which means we're always trying to figure out what is a professional. A professional just really is succinct and service oriented, so much about knowing what that person needs to know to be successful as a buyer is your power, right? And they need to know areas, price, bass, garage, boom, stop. That's what they need to know first, okay? Here's phase one. Let's get this out to you because you're way all over the place. At least we're in the East End. Wonderful. Let's get this coming to you. And then let me get you something in the mail that's going to include our buyer plan so you can begin to think of all the steps, not just getting pre-approved, but all the steps. That's going to help you get started. And I'm going to show you what other buyers paid before you go out there so you can see what the money's buying. What does 350 to 5, right? See what I mean? It's so valuable what you're doing. But if it's not succinct and logical, he gets lost, right? Good, bravo. All right, listen, everybody, we went overtime today. I know, a little bit more aggressive today, but that's because people weren't paying attention to me in the beginning. And yeah, I'm here all in. So when you come and you ask for help, it's because we're all in. Be all in on this stuff. I can make you a lot of money and I can help you serve a lot more people better if you'll trust me. And put it on me, right? Put it on me. Like you see me today, I took responsibility because I had 2 women that didn't get trained on because I have a plan. That's on me. So I want you all that were here today to walk away, write that down. Because I have a plan, and if you'll just let me in, I'll customize it. Because I have a plan, and if you'll just meet me in the field to show me a few of your favorites, I can really hunt for the best deal for you, okay? Walk away with that. That's on me today. That's the gift of the day. Write it down and try to use that mentality so that next week we come back and we hear it. But when you send me stuff and I get a bunch of people, please respect the other people in the group. Be ready, be sharp, and professional, period. All right? Have a good weekend, everybody. Go practice this stuff. It works.
Thank you, Danny.
You're welcome.
Thanks, Danny.
Bye.
You're welcome.